circumstances like these. Thank you, Mr. Mundell.
Pleasure to serve under your chairmanship this afternoon. Unusually, I don't think I can disagree with a single thing that's been said in the chamber today. And as I look around the chamber at the other colleagues that are going to contribute, I don't think I'm going to disagree with anything that they say. So don't test me too much. And it was a pleasure to be with Ricky outside number 10 with several colleagues in the pouring rain. The longer we stayed there, the more it rained, and it was horrendous. And to get 100,000 signatures from one person's experience means that that actually touched a nation. And the reason it touched the nation, as we've already heard, Ms. Rundell, is because we are a country, a United Kingdom of animal lovers. And I've seen more people get agitated about hurting an animal than very often people hurting themselves or other people. And in many ways that's right, because these animals can't defend themselves. And as my honourable friend said, the industry which is out there is the most abhorrent industry in puppy farms. When I was a young lad, a very young lad, I used to work in Petticoat Lane, Brick Lane in North London, where puppies were sold at the side of the road in cages. They'd obviously come from puppy farms way back then, 50 odd years ago, and we banned that. We stopped that. But those marketplaces of Petticoat Lane and other markets around the country, and all of my colleagues' constituencies, which were there, are now online. And it is fundamentally unacceptable for platforms or marketplaces or whatever they want to call themselves today to say, hold up, it's too difficult to monitor this, like it's too difficult for them to pay some tax occasionally. They spend an untold amount of money making sure they get around that sort of regulation. And it's about time we put regulations, not after the fact, actually as it's happening today. And I do commend the government and the minister for the work that was done around Lucy's Law. That was life-changing for a lot of people. But what is also life-changing for a lot of people is when they, in good faith, they see a puppy online and it's gorgeous little eyes, and mummy's sitting there looking after it, snuggling up, having its milk. And that is not the puppy they're going to get, and it wasn't their mother that was giving milk to that puppy. And I have constituents that say to me they went to collect their puppy that they bought online with their children, and there is the little puppy in a car park because the family something's going on in the house, of course. Or they showed you mum but mum is nowhere near the dog or the puppies. And actually, within months, not only is the puppy ill, sometimes in days, but it's not actually what they bought in the first place. I've got a constituent, I bought a whippet. It's the biggest whippet you've ever seen now. And it has clearly been crossbred with other animals. And they're petrified of going back, even if they know who the seller might be, because these people are serious criminals. Let's not beat around the bush about this. They are criminals. I'll give way by all means.
If this law was passed, it would be an exemplar for other countries across the world. It would send the message out. So it would be an exemplar for other countries. But I also agree with me, it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win for the consumer, the person buying the dog, and more importantly, it's a win for the dogs and the animals themselves.
I completely agree with the Honourable Chairman. It's a win for everybody. It's a win with the Inland Revenue if we get this right, because none of these people are paying any tax. It's a complete win for the animal and looking after not just that puppy, but where that puppy came from. That puppy farm, where I remember a lady said she had a lovely Jack Russell. I saw some footage of a bitch that came in on heat, and they put her in a shed with 3 or 4 other male stud dogs to make sure that she had puppies within a few weeks. That animal nearly never survived, let alone giving birth. These things are happening. So these people are criminals. So while we're saying, quite rightly, we need to give more powers to local authorities, we need to give them the expertise, and we need to give them the ammunition that actually scares the criminals out of this marketplace, and at the same time the people that are providing that marketplace need to close it down. In this world we live in today, they are going to be bought online. The pandemic increased the amount of people online. I went through trauma at home, absolute trauma, because we lost our puppy. It's the first time in my life that we haven't got a dog at home. She was 22. She was a dachshund before dachshunds were fashionable like they are at the moment. And we've lost her. And at home, both my daughters and my wife are saying, Mike, we get a puppy, we're at home, we can look after her now, da, 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 da. And I stood my ground for one simple reason. We're not at home now. And if you go to any of the rescue centres now, there are thousands of animals in rescue centres now for people that are in the right frame of mind at the time, and lockdown put a lot of us into very difficult times. At the time, it was the right thing, and it's not. But if you go to that rescue centre, you won't be able to just pick it up and walk away. They will check you out and make sure that the animal is healthy. And that is what we should be doing today. So I say to the Minister, it may be difficult, but lots of things are difficult in government, and that's why we're in government, to sort these things out and to sort the online markets out. And it can be done if there's a will, and there's a will in this room today. Thank you.